I'm a complete newbie to Hollow Knight. I've never played the original, and everyone keeps saying the game's too hard, and I don't believe them. So I'm gonna beat every boss as a complete newbie. If you don't believe me, I have 2 other videos of when I started out. Back to the video. What was that? Whoa, did y'all hear that? That's crazy. Stick with me throughout this journey to see if I can live up to the challenge I set for myself or crumble under the pressure of my high expectations and prove everyone right. Yeah, that was too much for me, man. The journey starts with me lost and frustrated. This is just 50 minutes of me running around dying, being lost. What riveting gameplay. Without a map and money, but hungry to get my first boss kill. I wander aimlessly making simple mistakes over and over and over again, out of anxiousness for what lies ahead. I search endlessly, reaching dead ends in areas I can't access yet. You mean to tell me this is a dead end? Which only further discourages me and makes me frustrated. But then I find it. A simple jump from one platform to the next that leads to a lever that unlocks the gate to the boss arena. This simple lever immediately replaces all of my pent-up frustration and replaces it with relief. This relief was short-lived though, as now I'm facing my first real challenge, which sparks up my nerves even stronger this time. I know every mistake I make will be even more pronounced because my standards aren't to just beat the boss, but to excel during the fight. To prove a point and show that the difficulty of this game isn't a flaw, but rather a design choice that highlights the best parts of this game. The pressure was on and I could feel it. The weight of my expectations was heavy on my shoulders, but I had to face my fear and continue the boss fight despite... Oh nah, yeah, we gotta run that back. Yeah, I don't even care about proving a point anymore. I just got interrupted mid-monologue. I'm not about to let that slide. This time I came prepared. I was hungry for revenge and I knew what to expect. The same trick wouldn't work twice. I went through all that trouble and she just runs away. After my first boss kill, I get access to the new part of the map. The only issue is that history just repeats itself. I get lost again. Well, now I'm just going in circles. I've already been here like 3 times. I don't know how to get out of here. I wander around for hours, lost and confused, because I can't take those jet streams of air upwards to progress, or go back from where I came from. Bro, I'm stuck down here. It's only after discovering a small blimp-looking house that I find a seamstress, and she gives me a quest that after completed gives me a new cloak. This cloak allows me to fly upwards on those jet streams of air and float down, which is really convenient. I would use this cloak to fly on those jet streams and go back from where I came from. On the way back home, this is when I encountered another boss. I saw him previously, but he was kind of just asleep. I'm not too sure what he was doing, but for some reason now that I backtracked and have the new cloak, he sprung to life. This boss looked really cool, and I like that I got to use my new ability, but this fight was really easy. He telegraphed all of his attacks, and all I had to do was jump and hit upwards in the same spot. I only had really one close call, but one of my abilities I picked up while exploring saved me. Other than that, I beat him and continued on my way back home. This is my first boss I beat in one attempt, believe it or not. After beating the boss, I decided to do a few runs of bead farming until I have about 1,000 so I can afford maps and any other things that I might need along the way. While exploring the new areas, I find this blacksmith and they sell traps, so with the money that I earned from earlier, I decided to buy a few. My shopping spree didn't end there though. I found another shop while exploring and I decided to buy out his whole store. It was full of new equipment I've never even knew existed. After getting kitted up, I decided to go exploring again and stumble upon these jet streams that surprisingly lead into Greymoor. After exploring Greymoor, I stumbled into 3 things. 1, I find the map maker, and I buy all of her maps so I have access to all the areas and see where I've gone. 2, I find a new skill, which I was really excited about. Ooh, interesting. That's pretty cool. And 3, I find a new boss. No! I didn't expect there to be a boss right here. I just gotta be patient. I'm trying to rush things, you know? Trying to aura farm. See, that's what happens when you try to aura farm. Okay, so he does double. The second phase. He does, I literally just said he does double in his second phase. Why did you stop? I don't think this boss is that hard. It's just the double damage is a little jarring. Like that attack does 2 damage, that attack does 2 damage. I probably wasn't taking the boss fight as serious as I probably should have. I just had to sneeze. Well, that hurt my throat, bro. Ow. Like, my whole chest hurts right now. Are we serious? I took damage from that? Alright, the hoodie's coming off. I'm not losing to a moth, bro. I literally sneezed in the middle of the boss fight. Maybe that's why I'm struggling. Because I can't use the pogo. Oh wait, maybe I can. And I dove into his attack. Of course I did. Silly, silly me. This boss took more attempts than I'd like to admit, but eventually we did get him. Oh, now he's just spamming. Okay. Using the same 3 moves, are we? Alright, now he's dead. Alright, let's progress to the new area. Haunted Bellheart. Oh, I can go in here. Okay. Here comes my boy. Come on up, big man. Hey, there he is. What's up, dude? After unlocking the fast travel, I backtracked to see if I missed anything, and I found an old friend. If you know, you know. Oh, I think I killed it. Yo, I finally killed it. This was a big moment for me. It shows how far I've come from my first episode. But this high from victory was short-lived, as I accidentally approached a new challenge. Calling this thing a challenge is an understatement. I spent 40 minutes trying to kill this thing with that long, annoying run back. And on screen right now is all of the attempts and how they ended. And let me just take a minute to talk about this fight for a second while my death montage plays. So this thing not only hits really hard, but also has multiple things that it summons that aren't even scripted, so like they're completely random, and it can summon multiple per phase, which is really, really annoying. Not to mention this thing is so fat that it takes up half the map. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to rant about that. But after a while, I knew I just had to call it a night. It was getting late and my patience was wearing thin. At this point, I've done like 18 attempts. The next day, first thing in the morning, I booted up the game and I hopped in, and this is what happened. Jarvis, insert the cheesy AI anime opening. Oh. Yep, this is it. This is it. This is GG's for him. Charlie. Let's go! That's what I'm talking about. First try, second day, easy. Ooh. After this little side quest, I got the Beast Crest, and I played around with it for a little bit. It seemed pretty fun, but I never used it again. I don't know why, I just never did. After this boss, I explored a little bit more in the new area, found the new boss. Oh wait, I also have a meme. Wait, hold on.
I've got a meme here that I put in my stack and I've lost, but man, does it say it all.
Alright, yeah, I'm just going to insert this here. You can read it, look at it, pause, whatever you need to do. I'm not going to explain the same thing that I've already explained like 3 times. I explored, found nothing, and then I found a boss. Sister Splinter. Oh, wow. Yeah, the first attempt never counts, so... And plus, I didn't even know she's gonna be there. I randomly found her. All that being said, this boss was a complete pushover. I beat her my second attempt, and technically my first try. My first real try, because the first one, again, didn't count. But yeah, she also had a few mechanics that I liked. I became a lumberjack, I got to cut down a bunch of trees, and then I got to kill her little minions. The Beastfly kind of just trained me for this, honestly, because... he had like the same kind of mechanic. Hers was actually a lot more manageable. These things were easy to kill, so that made this boss fight a lot easier. Nothing really to write home about, so we're just gonna move on to the next boss. Thank you for waiting on me. Yo, that was so easy. Got her on her almost the first try. If there was ever a time to lock in, it would be at this very moment. It's at the end of the video, it's the final boss, you know I gotta make it count. Yep, this is second phase. I'm prepared this time. That got me the first time. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, it ramps up real quick. Alright, second phase is gonna ramp up. Gotta be ready. Ah, I was trying to jump over it. If it's like this the whole time, I think I got this. My heart's beating really fast. Is that normal? Oh no. No way, that was it. I called it. Ooh, an achievement. This is technically the end of the video, but I do have a few things that I want to rant about. If you want to stick around for that, you can. If you don't, I totally get it. I appreciate you for staying this long. I don't want to waste y'all's guys' time. More than half of you are probably already gone, so only a select few will even hear this message. But I don't have enough storage on my PC to house all the footage that I want to make this into like a super long, big video. Also, I don't have the patience or the time to edit like a 3-hour long video. That would be insane. Trust me, this video was more than enough. So my thought process is to just break this up into multiple different parts, maybe like 3 or 4 videos across like the next few months. I don't want to clickbait and like do anything like that, so this is just part 1 of many. All this is to say that I just want to post more regularly. I do want to get back into this because this is something I'm very passionate about, and it's something I want to pursue like long term if I could. Might do more laid back kind of stuff and like not as much like edited and scripted stuff because it takes a lot of time and energy, and I still got school and stuff, and I'm barely surviving with school. I made a 62 on my last exam for statistics. Bro, I'm struggling. And I'm not even kidding. I studied so hard. I spent like the last week, like every night studying for like at least an hour and a half. And then half of the stuff I studied wasn't even on the exam. Maybe a video for another day, maybe a story time or something. This isn't relevant. I just had to get it off my chest. I don't know why. Anyways, I appreciate all of you for watching, especially for the people that stayed all the way to the end. Y'all are some real ones. Thank you so much for your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one.